And, you know, I just said it. In 5 seconds, you can change anything, and that's going to change everything about your life, because this is the secret to self-monitoring. Whatever it was that you said that you wanted more money, you wanted more, the ability to be able to focus, you wanted to change your relationship. It comes down to changing who you're being every single time. And the fastest, the simplest way to do that is to reduce the things that you need to do into 5-second windows. Now, I never intended to tell anybody about this, because first of all, it sounds really stupid. Just count to 5, you'll change your life. I'm done, mic drop. The other reason why I didn't tell anybody, honestly, is that I didn't know why it worked. Like, I honestly thought I was a witch. I honestly thought I've figured out something like the secret, but it really works, you know? And Chris started to use it, and our kids started to use it. And the other thing is, it was sort of like my thing, and it was classified, because I was now starting to get in shape and make more money and negotiate, and I all of a sudden wasn't procrastinating, and it was crazy how it was working. And so why would I want you to have it? I mean, this was like for me. And then I gave that talk. And at the very end, I think because of the panic attack I was having, I let it slip. Like, if you rewatch that talk, you'll see at the very end, I'm like, oh, by the way, there's this thing I do. I don't explain it because I still didn't know why it worked. And then I walked off that stage. You already know the story. It went up a year later, and then something crazy started to happen. People from around the world started to write. And they were all writing about the 5-second rule. They were doubling their business in 18 months and being present with their kids. They were finding the courage to call executives and grow their business. They were using it as a selling tool to make cold calls, because the phone does not dial when you think about it. And there is a momentum to calling. And if you engage in the hesitation and the hiding that gets triggered by self-doubt, you will not make the sales that you want to make. Selling is all about action. Building a business, all about action. Remember, it goes back to the head and the heart. It's so easy to teach to your teams. You were talking, Val, about how you have a team. This is something that you can easily teach to your teams. You're going to get addicted to it because it's so easy and it's stupid and it works every time that you use it. We see people using it to break habits, even 23 years of smoking, being sober. We see them using this in PTSD therapy and CBT therapy. I'm going to show you the science behind it, because it turns out that this thing that I invented is a starting ritual, a very powerful one. It's a form of metacognition that switches the gears in your brain. And so we're going to unpack the science of how you can use it. You're going to find that you're more productive than you've ever been, because you can't hide from yourself. Like, it's such a direct line to you and the things that you do to screw yourself over. And now you've got a way to just yank yourself out of the mode that we get in. And, you know, I think the thing that I'm most proud of is we know of about 17 people that have bothered to write us that have stopped themselves from killing themselves by using this rule. This gentleman, Steve, had boarded a ferry overseas, and he suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. He was a veteran, and he boarded the ferry with the intention of jumping overboard. And he walked up to the railing, and, you know, this is something that I truly believe, and that is this, that I don't care how low your life gets or how high things get in terms of being amazing. Your wisdom, that inner wisdom, it never leaves you. In those critical moments in your life, it is speaking to you. And so Steve is standing there. He had the intention to jump overboard. And his wisdom was like, well, this is not the answer. So he goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He turns, he gets help, and now he's doing better, much better, because he's in therapy and he's addressing it and he's learning the skills of self-monitoring. And so what happened for me in my life is, it's one thing if you're a witch and you come up with something that works for you. It's another thing when 250,000 people in 90 countries write you, and they are doing things that are wildly profound. So I felt a moral obligation to figure out, why does something so stupid work in such profound ways? And that is what led me to become a student of personal development and research confidence and research self-doubt and try all this stuff out so that I could understand it myself. And now that's what I'm sharing with you. Hey, if you wanted the license plate, it's gone in Arizona. And I just want to say, if you get a tattoo, it's on you. And I need to say that because people keep getting this tattooed on their body. And so the cool thing about the 5-second rule is this comes back to the confidence competency loop. It all begins with trying. Because when you try, you succeed or you survive. And when you succeed or survive, you now learn something. And when you learn something, you build a skill. And when you build a skill, you start to build competency. And when you build competency, you now have confidence. So this all relates to the 5-second rule because this is a tool that you're going to use to push yourself to try. This is a tool that you're going to start to use once we educate you on the 4 traps of self-doubt. It's the tool that you're going to use to break free of it. And, you know, if confidence is the decision to try, self-doubt is the decision not to. This is a really important beat because I want to take self-doubt out of the realm of the thinking. And I want you to walk out of here and understand that self-doubt is something that you do. If you manage a team of people that sell and they are not hitting their quota, I guarantee you, self-doubt is at play because they are not doing what they need to do. And it's getting triggered by doubts. And there are 4 ways that self-doubt triggers you. It is a decision. We talk too much about the feelings. Oh, I feel insecure. I feel this way. That's normal. But self-doubt triggers you to actually do something.